Today, we're talking about something that could impact property owners and renters across Hawaii, the brand new legislation allowing accessory dwelling units or ADUs. Now, if you've never heard of ADUs, stick around because this bill might just reshape housing here in Hawaii. In May of last year, Governor Green signed a Senate Bill 3202, which requires every single county here in Hawaii to adopt or amend their ordinances by December 31st of 2026. This change means at least 2 ADUs can be built on all residentially zoned lots. And here is the kicker. Private covenants can't add restrictions that will block these units. The end goal of this bill is to make housing more affordable and accessible for locals here on the island. Mayor Roth here on the Big Island of Hawaii approved up to 3 ADUs on the property because lots here are substantially bigger here on the Big Island in comparison to other islands here. The key things to consider on this approval is that this will allow ADUs, whether detached or attached, to be built alongside single-family homes in residential and agricultural districts. These ADUs can be added to lots within zoning districts that permit an Ohana unit. Each property will be limited to a maximum of 3 ADUs, and only 1 Ohana unit per property can be used as a short-term vacation rental. This bill also enforces infrastructure and safety standards, including requirements for sewage, disposal, and water supply, meaning that if your property is on a cesspool, which will most likely be because most of the property here on the Big Island are a cesspool, and if you're looking to add an ADU on your lot, you will have to upgrade to a septic tank that can accommodate the needs for wastewater and comply with the Department of Health. So now that we have covered the details of this bill, let's break down exactly what an ADU is. An ADU is an extra living space on your property. They can be attached to your main home or completely separate and come with everything you need: a full kitchen, bathroom, and living area. Whether you need space for family or you want to rent it out for additional income, this bill truly opens up a new world of possibilities for your property use. Hawaii's housing shortage has been an issue for years, but the devastation of the Lahaina fires in 2023 brought the urgency to a new level, and that is why this bill is being proposed and being pushed at the county and state level. People lost their homes and many struggled to find rentals. So while this bill may not fix everything right away, it sets groundwork for easing the housing crunch that we've been dealing with for years. Interestingly enough, up until now, getting an ADU approved here on the Big Island has been extremely tough. Homeowners had to find loopholes, often creating unpermitted units to help offset their mortgage costs. But with this new bill and additional support from Mayor Roth on Bill 123, homeowners on the Big Island can build up to 3 ADUs on their property if it is a residential or agricultural zone. So now that we have covered all of the details about this new bill and the definition of accessory dwelling units, let's break down the pros and to understand the changes that are coming ahead. First, let's start with the pros. For pro number 1 is that the ADUs will be a great way to supplement your income. With mortgage rates and monthly payments skyrocketing here on the islands, renting out an ADU can be a lifesaver. Renting your ADU can provide a steady flow of rental income to offset those high costs of living here in paradise for many, and that they will have the opportunity to turn your backyard into a reliable source of income. Pro number 2, I would say that you will definitely have that extra space for family and your guests. If your family and friends want to visit, you can place them in your ADU and give them their private space so that they can have their space and you can have yours. So it's truly a win-win situation for those reasons alone. And that's why homes that have those features are so valuable here in Hawaii. Another pro, and pro will be number 3. Pro number 3 will be a significant boost in property values. Adding 1 or 2, even 3 ADUs can skyrocket your property values. Homeowners have been asking for these units for years, and now you will have a chance to meet the demand while making your property stand out in the market. Now, there's some downsides that can come with these improvements, and I will list them for your awareness. Number one is definitely the neighborhood changes. Adding ADUs can change the look and feel of your quiet, laid-back community. Picture that you will have more cars lining on the streets, renters moving in, and there will definitely be a shift of the vibe that you have originally loved about your neighborhood. The con number two, there will be an increase in traffic. There will be definitely more people living nearby, and so definitely more cars, more movement, and more traffic. If you are one that you have enjoyed the low traffic area in your neighborhood, by adding an ADU, this can definitely shift and change the vibe of that neighborhood. Con number three will be definitely rising in property prices. Here's a mixed blessing. While ADUs increase your property value, they also make homes less affordable for buyers. It is great if you're a homeowner, but tough news for those hoping to purchase in the area. And for con number four, it will be a strain on our infrastructure. Hawaiian Electric, for example, has already been dealing with rolling blackouts, and adding ADUs will only increase on that strain, on top of the issues that will be overloaded with cesspools, septic systems, and sewer problems become a more common issue. Septic inspections and installations can become even more expensive as the demand grows. And last but not least, but for number five, we will have potentially a delay in the permitting process. The county's planning department and building departments are already swamped and understaffed. So by adding ADU plans to their plate means longer wait times for permits, whether if it's for a bathroom remodel or a deck addition, delays are something that you will need to prepare for. And by adding this on these departments, may add more stress into the permitting process for other permits that are maybe more simpler. This bill is an important step towards addressing Hawaii's housing needs. For homeowners, it could mean increased property values and a much needed source of income. However, with property prices already high, it may make buying a home even harder for locals. We need balanced regulations to ensure that ADUs serve both homeowners and the community. But please let me know your thoughts about the new ADU legislation, and let me know if this is the right move that Hawaii is doing in order to address the housing crisis, or if you have any other feedback about this new bill. I would love to read you in the comments, and if you need more information about relocating to Hawaii or more information about this bill, make sure to send me an email at molly@discoverthebigisland.com. Aloha.